This is Apep. I'm back on 11 Monsters of Tiamat. You know, I also will go into the Sumerian stuff again. And I'll be reading out of the book again. So here we go. So I think I'm going to do more than one monster today. So here we go. The Basmu is a horned serpent and is a dragon serpent of Tiamat, based from the horned snake, circased breed and gigantic form. It's nearly identical to the Usamgalu, except for that the Basmu is associated with the goddess. The serpent was a symbol of the goddess Ishtara, who was likely Ishtar or Inanna, being associated with love and war, with a center of divination, with excelsities, divination, internal organs of animals. The wife of Dagon, later Ishtara, became associated with the scorpion during the Kassite period. The Basmu is associated with the constellation Hydra and is depicted as a winged dragon serpent with two front arms and paws of a lion. In this sense, the name of Mushsatar, birth goddess snake, is identified for renew and meditation. Using the meditation process, visualizing your astral body changing in shape and expanding a great horned serpent, your hands elongated and thou talons of an eagle. Grow sharp horns, grow from your skull and your fangs lengthening. Your senses will change. Your hearing will shift to recognize the vibration of sound, and your eyes will sense the heat, and you will move slithering faster than you can run. So we dealing with that. So also, I've also forgot to mention on the other video, the snake is also a symbol of the sound wave. And sometimes when you walk and you see a heat wave, you see the sound. And also like on heart monitors, you can see the movement of the snakes. And if you look on the walls of Dendera, where they have light bulbs, you see snakes inside the light bulbs. That's actually electricity. So the snake is also dealing with sound. And now you know the origins of the Hydra comes from. It comes from the Basmu. So, and this is the symbol for it. And this is the Basmu right here. Next, we're going to go into the Mushmahu. I also want to mention is that Ishtar is associated with copper. And spirals also connect to serpent too, because it's dealing with vortexes. Now, next is the Mushmahu. The Mushmahu, or the Mushuss, the red, ferocious serpent dragon. The Mushuss is a composed monster having the head and neck and body covered with the scales of a serpent, 4 legs of a great lion, hind legs are that of a bird of prey, and a long tail. The head often is crowned and often that of a lion. The Mushuss also is depicted with the head of a serpent dragon with curl horns, standing on all fours. The Babylonian Mushuss is presented at the Ishtar gate. It's the dragon that you see and it looks like a little dinosaur. You see, just look it up on Google Images. The serpent dragon and the lion hybrid have many color eyes, a yellow face, and are described as Naigizuda hymns as being able to roar and spit venom. The Mushuss is the patron monster of the guardian of Marduk, Nebu, and during the time of the Gido and the image of the god Naigizada in the form of 2 upright winged scorpion tail, Mushuss holding a gate post. with the caduceus, which is associated with Mercury and Kundalini. Between them represents the fertility and healing powers of the chthonic realm, as the fiery Mushuss is a primal force relating to Kundalini and Mesopotamia traditions. The Mushuss may be risen from the coil and heat, it which is piercing and ascending through the chakra points, opening the gates of the seven-headed dragon. To fuel your initiatory workings, you may visualize the Mushuss or the Naigizada. The Mushuss introduces in healing meditation or astral projection into the chthonic realms of the serpent. Now, basically just broke it down. You know what I'm saying? So also what I wanted to give you a little technique. I changed the dragon blue, and when I lit a candle at it, it attracts wealth. You know what I'm saying? It will attract material stuff to you. But working with it in that form, its original color, gave you descriptions, but just experiment and see for yourself, and look up the Gate of Ishtar. It's dark blue and it has the yellow dragon on there. Next, Lahmu, the hairy one of fertility. Lahmu is one of the Tiamat's original standing lion human mischievous depictions, with a hairy head mane with 6 curls, which is a hexagon dealing with sexual energy. His strong body often is flanked by 2 serpents. He is holding and represents fertility. Lahmu is a primal sexual desire-based instinct towards lust and fulfillment. Invoking the primal force of nature, the Lahmu is much like Pan of the Hellenistic period, and a giant is both fierce and protective in igniting lustful desire. So that's another one that we work upon. That's the that's Lahmu. And that's pretty much it. I will bring on that. I was thinking of Pan when I saw that, with the 6 legs. I was thinking Bjor too, but Bjor has 5. So those are your that's dealing with your monsters. Now the lion represents courage, masculinity, you know what I'm saying? And the eagle represents insight, you know what I'm saying? Spiritual insight. And there's more, and just look up more symbolism of the eagle and the lion, and that also has a connection to Ahriman and his original form out of Nubia, which is out of ancient Kush, called Apedamok. Look that name up too. So basically do your homework, and I'll see y'all later. No Annunaki.